right, and we're back. I'm Max. I'm joined here with Ontario Basketball Technical Director Lindsay Walsh. First time here on the broadcast, and we're excited to have her.
Oh, thanks for the welcome, Max. They told me Matt Devlin wasn't available tonight.
Oh,
so
better choice here. Matt Devlin's got nothing on Lou Walsh, ladies and gentlemen, and you'll find that out today. So we have an exciting matchup between the 7th place Southwest Academy and 3rd place King's Christian here on the Thursday night. We're going to have Martin and Mora with the tip. More with the tip, and here comes Kings. Oriami with a quick step-back jumper. It's no good. Boris with the follow. It's short.
First touch, short corner look, air ball. That's tough.
Great ball movement there by Southwest, but the pass for Martin's going to be picked off there by Neal. Kings comes down the other way.
Mora inside with the presence.
Neal gets right into the lane, unable to convert the first one. More with the follow, though, and she gets her first 2 of the game. 2-0 Kings.
Mora just tracking that on the rebound. Knew that was her ball. Put back, very nice.
Here's Martin up top, finds an open Donovan. The long 3 just off. Kings is able to clean it up. Soriano gets into the lane, puts up a little finger roll. It's no good. Tips the rebound, though. Neal comes down with it. She's going to be tied up and will be called for the travel. It's going to go Southwest ball. And here's King setting up in that pressure we've seen so much of with Oriami at the front.
Yeah, shot clock saying 16 there.
Southwest just able to break it, though. Got Martin a good look on the other end. Unable to convert, though. Fight for the rebound's going to be off of Martin's hands, going King's way.
Both teams getting to the rim here, but not putting the ball in the hoop early.
So it's been a defensive affair. So
oh, okay. That's what it's, the defensive intensity.
Just need to rip the top off those baskets. We'll see if they try and establish more here. They get it in. She kicks out. Soriano gets into the lane again. This finger roll is good.
You see Martin doing some early work defensively there, pushing more off the block, forcing her to catch outside that key.
There's Welts up top for Southwest. Jab and go against Neal's going to be fouled at the rim. She'll go to the line for 2.
Love to see these northern kids down here representing the OSBA. Welts out of Timmins.
Yep.
Martin out of Sudbury, representing here on the Southwest team.
First one a little bit off for Welts. See if she can hit the second. Able to convert. Soriano, crafty dribbling, able to get it over half, finds Boers in the corner. She's so deadly there, just off. But able to come away with the steal on the pressure. Neal from the top gets right into the lane, just off. Welts comes down with it for Southwest. Here's Hugavine, her corner 3, just strong. Oriami comes down with it for Kings. Neal up top here, Soriano looking to drive again. They find Oriami in the corner, gets a pull-up jumper the other baseline this time, too strong.
Ooh.
Welts comes down with it.
Possible double dribble there.
Little confusion. No call, though. Southwest will retain it. Litchfield gets open for 3 and able to hit.
Okay.
Southwest first 3 of the game. We have seen in our other Southwest games their ability to fill it up from behind the arc, so we'll see if that can start to get them ignited here.
Let's hope
Litchfield.
so.
Yeah, we want some offense here, ladies. Soriano, the answer, just strong. Oriami, though, fighting for the offensive rebounds. Neal back to Soriano. Boers with the up fake, finds Moore right on the block. Good defense there by Martin, able to tip it away. Southwest comes down, and they're pushing in transition. Donovan, great pass to Martin right on the doorstep, and she's able to hit for 2.
Love that. Gets the penetration to the hoop, occupies that defense. Dump to the little short corner finish.
Here's Soriano, guarded by Litchfield. Moore is going to be tied up there, looks like on the catch, so it's going to be a foul there on Hugavine. Her first, it's going to remain King's ball on the baseline. We have Denise and Woods checking in for Southwest.
Woods a grade 9 out of Windsor.
Oh, another
Somebody to watch here in the future, the OSBA.
We have seen in our trip to Ottawa, she provided some instant impact off the bench in both games there. So we'll see if that stays true here against Kings.
Southwest in a zone gets the shot clock violation.
Great rotation there up top, caused a little confusion with Kings late in the shot clock. We're going to have Hartman and Alamara both checking in for Kings. So both teams getting to the bench here around the 6-minute mark.
Hartman, another young OSBA Team Ontario athlete.
Grade 9 from Oakville.
Yeah.
Donovan again gets into the lane. Pass a little bit too low for Martin, though Hartman's able to come up with the steal, and here comes Neal pushing. Neal gets to her left hand. Here's Alamara.
Everybody just seeming to get to the rim here off the dribble.
There's Neal right to the rim, and she's able to finish. 6-6 now, 5:30 remaining in the first. Southwest looks to swing it around the top. Here's Litchfield. Here's Woods now. Dennis, the long 2, just short. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to go King's way. We also have Moore checking out there and Stupar checking in for Kings. Great defense there by Woods on Neal. They're able to get it over to Stupar. There were swings it to Alamara. She's looking to drive again. Here's Oriami, the long 2, too strong. Stupar fighting for the boards, though.
Wow.
Gets right up, plus the foul. She'll go to the line for the 3-point play.
Another young athlete who has the opportunity to learn here under Christina Mora's leadership.
Stuber able to convert the 3-point play. So now have a 9-6 Kings lead. They find Donovan right on the doorstep. Good recovery by Hartman, able to tie her up. Stupar comes down with the rebound. It's a man look here from Southwest. King swings it around. Gets Neal an open look for 3, just short. Fight for the rebound. Comes down to Stupar again, goes to the reverse this time, then able to convert.
Love it.
5 quick points for the grade 9.
I haven't heard the Southwest coach yell it, but I'm just wondering if we're going to be looking for some box outs here.
Yeah. little give and go action gets Dennis a good look, but she's going to be blocked there by Neal. Stupar comes in to get on with another rebound, filling up the stat sheet here. Neal right into the lane. She's going to be fouled. She'll go to the line for 2.
I think both teams putting their teams in tough positions, getting beat off the dribble, forcing that help.
Able to hit the first, so we have 3 subs there for Southwest. Welts, Martin, and Hugavine all checking back into the game. Neal converts both from the line. And with that, we have Neal checking out and Lofsova checking in for Kings. Southwest, good job passing through the press. Gets it to Martin, who's able to finish with the contact. She'll go to the line for a 3-point play of her own.
Love that textbook passing under pressure there to get a nice open look at the other end. Dealt with that.
Perfect.
Beauty.
There looked like a little bit of confusion at the front line of Kings, whether they were going to double or not on the sideline.
Yep.
Then gave the open pass right up the middle, which is not really what you want to do in the press. Come right back the other way, and Kings attack Southwest press. Gets a good look for Lofsova. She's unable to convert.
Great defense by Martin, getting back there, staying vertical.
Well, it's pushes, but good recovery there by Alamara. A 3 for Donovan is going to be short. Stupar comes down with it. Lofsova this time on the cut and is able to trickle it over the trees down low, right in.
Some much better ball movement, a little less dribble in these half-court offenses. You get that open look.
Oh, and right back, a backdoor cut to Donovan. She's able to hit for 2. Here's Brown. They're looking for Stupar down low, working on Martin. Tied up there. Alamara's 3 is off the mark. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to go Southwest way.
Great awareness by Tay on the double down there to kick to the open 3-point shooter.
Litchfield back in for Southwest. Here's Welts, gets in the key, block there by Stupar, but she's able to recover. Finds Litchfield cutting. Over to Hugavine for 3, just short. Alamara comes down with it. Here's Brown on the wing, gets into the lane, finds an open Alamara on the left corner. It's short. Great tip there by Martin, right over to Donovan. Southwest retains it. They get Litchfield an open look up top. It's off. The fight for the rebound. Good job there. Alamara able to keep Martin away from it. She comes down and it's going to bring it back for Kings. Kings swinging it around. They look for Hartman on the block. It's going to be tied up by Welts. So here's a 2-on-1 opportunity for Southwest. Gets it over to Donovan on the left-hand side, and that's 2 more for Laura Donovan. So after the slow start, teams have both been putting in the points here lately. We have a 15-13 lead for Kings, 1 minute left in the first. And here's Litchfield now with the steal for Southwest, pushing again. And we're going to have a foul on Hartman, guarding Hugavine against that pass, so it's going to be Southwest ball on their own baseline, on the other baseline, sorry. They find an open look for Donovan and right in.
Laura Donovan, that killer 3-point shooter, I believe shooting 40% from behind the arc. spoke with her coach prior to the game. He said she's becoming a little bit more versatile getting to the rim.
Didn't need it on that one, though, as they left her wide open on the baseline out of bounds. The three from Alamara was no good. They find Donovan another look for a three, and back to back.
Now she's feeling it.
There we go. This is the three-point display we usually have come accustomed to for Southwest.
Love that. Hits the back-to-back threes, comes down, gets her hand on it there, defending the post.
We have a jump ball going to go King's way. So we have Hugavine checking in for Donovan. Stupar guarded by Hugavine. Up top for Alamara. Able to get into the lane, but unable to convert the lefty. The rebound, though, just off. So after one, we have the visiting Southwest Academy 19 to the hometown Kings Christian 15. Here's Southwest to start the second. We have subs on both sides. Here's Kings in a zone look. Donovan, though, able to get another look. Her third three of the game.
Now Kings needs to start making an adjustment. Get out on that shooter. She is feeling it. I got my brother out in Nova Scotia texting me, wanting to give him a shout out to Jay and Katie and Churro. Watching this afternoon, this evening, I guess, out there.
OSBA fans all the way out in Truro, Nova Scotia. I love it. The pass into Moore is going to be tied up by Martin. It's going to be jump ball going Kings way. Great defense so far by Southwest.
I'm just so impressed with Martin inside. I believe she's in grade 10 out of Sudbury. She's just been giving Mora a go here.
Yeah. As we're on the line with shout-outs, we also want to give a shout-out to OBA Director of Clubs and Competition, OBA Royalty, Mike Barbin is in the building. We are very excited to have him here, and I know Southwest is too. That time they were able to guard Donovan on the skip. They swing around, though, try to get her another look. They find Dennis open on the baseline, unable to convert that one, though. Kings cleans up the miss. Picked up top by Dennis, though, right back the other way. They're looking to push in transition.
Like that patience.
Well, it's a transition three, just short. Unlucky on the rebound, though it looked just out of the reach of Martin. Boers driving right at Litchfield. Looked to be tied up, but she's going to be called for the reach and foul. It's going to be Kings ball on the baseline.
I think our lead official might have had a look at that for a jump ball, but held his call as the trail official came up with the foul.
Maybe it's some different points of emphasis there. Like
well,
they saw a little different things.
Yes, they're both coming at it from different angles there. So good on him to hold his whistle or hold his call and let her come in with the foul as she had her arm up there.
Oh, so my mistake. There was a shooting foul, so Boers is at the line for two and able to hit the first. And the second, right in. We'll see if that can try and get Boers going here. She is one of the premier shooters in the OSBA, a recent commit to U of T. So we'll see if they can start to get her hot and get her some open looks from the outside.
I believe we have about 5 or 6 athletes on the floor tonight that were a part of our mega camp ID 6 years ago, Lauren being one of them.
Okay.
Laura Donovan being another. Welts as well was at that camp.
Great move there by Litchfield, able to get in the lane. Here's Martin looking to attack. Swinging it around. Here's another look for Donovan. That one's a little bit off. It's going to bounce out of bounds. It's going to go over to King. And with 8 minutes left here in the second, we're going to have a timeout Southwest. Southwest leads Kings 22-17 at the break.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I was talking with Rob prior to the game, talking about where some of the seniors are going.
Okay.
Next year, it looks like Queens is going to inherit quite the backcourt with Litchfield, Donovan, and Welts all committing to Queens.
The starting backcourt of Southwest going to be attending Kingston next.
And as impressive as that is to join Queens, who is an outstanding OUA team.
Yep.
I was talking with the parents who were informing that each one of those ladies are going into science with the aspirations to be in the healthcare profession, whether it be a doctor or a nurse. So that's even more impressive in my books.
Student athletes are what we produce here at the OSBA.
It's awesome.
Other commitment for Southwest, we have Hoogeveen's going to be attending McGill, another institution known for their scholastic endeavors also. And we have Obermeyer, who is going to be attending Waterloo. So 3 of the top schools academically, Southwest filling them up.
You know, with this league and these girls being prepared with the daily training environment and the 40-minute games, I really do believe that the transition into those programs at the university level won't be a big jump. To be able to come in and be impact players.
And out of the timeout, Oriami uses the Morris screen to get an open look and connects. Her first basket of the day.
You know what? Good on her for continuing to shoot those twos. She was determined.
Look to trap in the corner. They kick it over to Donovan, though. 8 on the shot clock. Her pass for Martin's going to be tipped there by Boers. Kings comes away with the steal. Oriami this time, the step back jumper trickles around, unable to go.
Christina Mora trying to get the work done and post up and maybe looking a little too hard to force it in there. Maybe we get some reversal and then look to get it into her.
Good up case by Dennis. Sings it. Here's Litchfield, a deep 3 this time, just short. Moore is able to clean up the miss. We're going to have a foul there on Southwest on the rebound, so it's going to stay with Kings. Techley with the foul. Hoogeveen and Welts both checking in for Southwest.
Well, we have National Talent ID and Yes Borg in the house this evening. And Yes does a lot of work around the country, IDing young athletes for our potential age group national teams here tonight, taking in the game.
Wow, all the OBA and Canada basketball royalty filling up the stands here at Kings. What a great evening of basketball. And just like that, Moore is able to answer the call, gets great position on Martin, able to finish with the left.
She did not hesitate on that. 2 were in front, no problem on the finish.
Southwest able to break the press, pass over the top. Here's Techley from the corner. A little Euro step, not fooling Moore though. She's able to block that attempt. Neal comes down with it and is pushing her right back for Kings. Gets into the lane. Here's Boers, a little short corner, and it's good.
The one-on-one defense and the ability to contain is where I really see everybody needs some work. We're closing out and getting beat off the dribble, no problem.
Here's Techley, the 3. No good. Boers gets that miss. It's an up and down affair here. Turning into a track meet. Neal, a 3 this time. Just off. Soriano comes down with it though. Boers a 3. Short on that attempt. Great fight there between Martin and Mora for the rebound, and Martin's able to clean it up.
She had that inside position. Very good.
Donovan using the Martin screen. Goes right over the top to Martin rolling, and she's able to finish for 2. King swinging atop, looking for Neal on that flex cut. They look for more on the post up here. They bring the double with Welts.
I would even say that was a triple, Max.
They all came.
Yeah, they sure did. Probably no need to get in there and foul on that when you got 3 of them.
They do. Moore does have that reputation, though, in the OSBA as one of the premier players, constantly being faced with double and triple teams. We will see how they change that going forward to try and keep her going here.
You know, Kings takes a timeout here. I'm wondering if he can see the exhaustion or these girls are looking a little tired here on defense.
Yeah, and Moore, as I said, trying to fight always for position against Martin. She has to do so much work before she can even get the ball.
Yeah.
It's got to take a toll.
You know, and I think the fatigue down here for Kings, you see now every catch it's 1, 2, 3. Ball's not really moving.
No, not that great ball movement we saw 2 minutes ago.
Let's see what kind of adjustment they make coming out of the timeout here.
We'll see. We do have a 1-point Southwest advantage here, 5:13 in the first half to go. Leading scorers so far, we have Laura Donovan with 13 for Southwest and Sammy Martin with 7. For Kings, we have Taya Stupar with 5, Boers and Neal both with 4, and Mora also, with 4 after that last basket. Coming out of the timeout for Southwest, we have Hoogeveen, Litchfield, Woods, Dennis, and Donovan. For Kings, we have Oriami, Mora, Soriano, Neal, and Boers.
Pretty impressive with Southwest here today, missing one of their main contributors, Piper Dew, who's representing at the Basketball Without Borders.
Down in L.A.
Oh, that's wonderful. Her and two others, Kashana Washington, Durham Elite.
Yep, saw her on Tuesday. And Sarah T. Biasu from Quebec.
Amazing. Ladies representing on the world stage out of the OSBA.
And who wouldn't love a trip down to L.A. right now?
Not going to lie, Max. I'd enjoy that. Laura Donovan looking to get back into that three-point flow.
Here's Oriami. They're trying to use more a screen here. They look for her to diving. They get Boers an open. Look for a 3, though, just long. Hoogeveen cleans up the miss.
Great lift out of the corner there by Lauren Boers off the ball screen. Good open look. Couldn't convert.
If you're Kings, so that's a great action. I would go right back to that. Boers, she won't miss those too many times.
Yeah.
So let's get her some more.
Defense is certainly focused on Mora rolling to the hoop.
There's Hoogeveen in the lane, tied up by Boers, gets to the lefty, just short. Fight for the rebound, comes down to Boers. Here's Neal pushing now. She's going to be fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Hoogeveen. Her second of the game. Martin and Welch checking right back into the game. So constant subbing over here for the Southwest squad. Neal able to hit the first. And the second.
Still some three-quarter court pressure here, making Southwest spend some time in the shot clock.
Great defense there by Soriano. They're swinging for Martin. Deny there by Moore on the catch, though. Here's Neal pushing against Donovan in transition. Good job there to stop it, and good hands by Litchfield deflecting the pass. They swing around, though. They get a good look from Mora. The step-back shot over Martin, and it's good.
Perhaps this is the adjustment out of the timeout. Makes Southwest spend some time in the half court, forcing that turnover.
Litchfield, little step back off the pick and roll and able to hit that one.
You got to love that versatility and that short game, mid-range game. Player that can read that D and pop that little jumper.
A tip away there by Donovan. Wells comes up with it. They find Martin leaking out in transition, and the extension layup is good.
I'm just so impressed with Martin today and her defensive presence and that finish in transition. Very nice.
And Martin was out earlier in the year with an injury, so to come back and provide a huge impact so far after being out for quite some time is a great sign to see. Bohr able to find a cutting Mora there off that miss, and Mora's able to finish again with the left, bring her point total to 8 of the game and giving Kings their first lead, 29-28, with 2:30 remaining here in the first half.
Coach Rob responding with the timeout.
Yep, Southwest got to clean some things up here.
Reconvene, girls.
If you're Coach Rob, Lou, what are you saying to your team right now in this timeout?
That's a great question. Let's bring it into Rob's timeout and hear what he's got to say. I think one thing he wants to ensure these girls stay in this game and don't let Kings get on a run here, especially with this three-quarter court pressure.
Yep.
I mean, they're not necessarily getting the tips right off the front of the pressure here, but you see that they forced them to take almost a full shot clock, and they had that tip turnover and convert at the other end. So
great.
He's probably just reinforcing some of the press break and.
And as Southwest was using the press earlier in the game to get some easy looks out over the top in transition, the three-quarter press definitely has given them another look. They haven't had as many great looks. They've had to work a lot harder on the offensive end. But defensively, they have let more. She's got a few looks the last few possessions. That might be something Coach Rob wants to clean up and making it hard for her here in the last 2.5 minutes.
Absolutely. If Southwest is going to look to win this game, they certainly need to make sure the ball's out of Mora's hands and let the Kings girls operate from outside that key.
So the long two by Martin was no good, but Kings coming back the other way. Couldn't find Oriami in transition. The pass a little bit far in front of her. It's going to go out of bounds off Kings. Southwest ball here.
That's very tough, too, when those wings are running in volleyball lines and not out wide. It doesn't really create the best passing angle in transition.
So we're not going to blame that on the passer. We're going to say on Oriami running, not giving the passer enough space there. Great point. We have Litchfield stepping on the sideline there. It's going to be out of bounds off of Southwest Kings ball. And here we have Moore checking out with 1:50 remaining here in the second quarter. So we'll see if it's a short rest and they bring her back in here, or if Stupar takes out the final minutes of the half. Bohr's trying to find a cutting. Brown, a little miscommunication though, as Brown was cutting to the rim and she thought she was going to go to the corner three spot. It's going to go out of bounds. Southwest ball here. Here's Donovan, the left wing. Litchfield at the top.
Ooh.
They're going to get Litchfield called for a travel there at the top.
That's definitely tough when there's no pressure on that. I'm not sure, Max. I wasn't quite watching. Did she change her pivot foot there? Or?
It looked like she might have just dragged her back foot, maybe.
Yeah, that's tough.
It looked like a little miscommunication with Donovan on the wing. Defense right there.
Okay.
Kind of got caught in between what she wanted to do with the ball. Oriami gets into the lane. Looks like a block there on Donovan. Wells quickly takes it out, pushes in transition. Looking to swing around the top. Here's Litchfield now. Gets another look from three. Just short. Brown comes down with it for Kings. Here's Oriami, a long two. It's off. Fight for the rebound. Stupar and Martin. It's going to be tipped out of bounds off of Martin. It's going to go Kings' way.
We get the sub here. I wonder, That long two's tough. I mean, you got to know
Mm-hmm.
where you're at on the floor. If your foot's on the line, make sure you're behind that three. Make it a three.
Pull it a little bit back.
The sub came right after, so I'm sure that Coach Z will communicate that.
Oh, good pass there by Donovan. Finds an open Dennis in the corner. Unable to hit that one, though. Great look for Southwest. So Kings here, 35 seconds remaining in the second. Donovan
Southwest.
coming with the double. Alamara doing a good job to dribble out of it. They get to Stupar. In the key, they find Boers out on the wing. She's going to be called for out of bounds, stepping on the end line, so it's going to go Southwest ball here, 19 seconds remaining.
The footwork in these corners with this long three becomes so critical. Athletes need to have their feet set on the catch. Any sort of back step, and you're right out of bounds on that.
So we'll see what Southwest does here. Final possession here in the first half.
Looking for the alley-oop dunk, I'm sure.
Little miscommunication. Looks like it's going to go off of Hugavine out of bounds. So Kings now with 5 seconds remaining. See if they can get something to go right before the end of half. Get some momentum heading into the halftime break. Alamara bringing it up over half. Gets right to the foul line. The pull-up jumper's good.
I think that's exactly opposite of what you would want there defensively, is it not? Good open look.
It's not what you want.
No.
Especially having the ball with the last possession, turning it over, getting an open look the other way.
Let's just make sure she spends some time in the half court, going back to that one-on-one defense we were discussing earlier.
Yeah. It's almost a worst case scenario on that possession for Southwest. But so at the end of the first half, we have Kings now with a 3-point lead, 31-28 over visiting Southwest. Leading scorers at the half, we have Laura Donovan, 13, Sammy Martin with 9. For Kings, we have Christina Moore with 8 and Tiana Neal with 6. And we'll be right back after a short break. Here we go, start of the second half. We have Kings 3-point lead, 31-28 over Southwest. Starting for Kings in the second half, we have Boer, Soriano, Mora, Oriami, and Neal. Starting for Southwest, we have Welts, Donovan, Martin, Litchfield, and Hoogeveen.
Just finished chatting with Nikki, one of the officials here on the crew this evening. She was actually one of our attendees at our all-female officiating camp this past year. She's been back to 2 of them since, part of the initiatives by Ontario Basketball to invest in officiating development in Ontario.
Love that.
Yes, recognizing that they're also primary participants out there and they're looking to need the professional development opportunities.
She's doing a great job tonight, so the camps have been working.
Yeah. Opportunity for officials to practice the 3-person officiating here in the OSBA, so great opportunity.
Love it. OBA, not just giving the athletes opportunities, but the coaches and officials too. Here's Donovan, an open look from 3, just long. Fight for the rebound. Mora's able to come up with it, but she's going to be tied up here. On the tie-up here, we're going to have a foul by Martin from behind, so it's going to go Kings way.
It looked like a great double, both staying vertical. Rob, coach from Southwest, reacting to that foul call.
We have an impromptu timeout on the sideline here by Kings, and the referee's going to blow that up, get them back on the court. Looking to get Mora a look on the block, fighting per position against Mora. Here comes the double with Hoogeveen. They get Neal an open look out of the post up. That shot's no good, but a good look there for Kings. Litchfield finds a cutting Martin in transition. It's going to be blocked there by Mora. Oriami comes down with it, and she's looking to push. Boers an open 3, and it's good. Her first 3 of the game.
Maybe it'll be Lauren's turn this quarter to go off from the 3-point line.
Wells gets into the lane, kicks out to Martin at the 3-point line. Donovan thought about it, pulls it back out, looks to attack against Mora. Gets into the key, but it looked to be tipped away from behind by Boers, who's pushing for Kings. Here's Moore in transition. Welts is able to get a hand in there. She's going to get called for the reach-in foul, though Moore will be at the line for 2.
Certainly not a lot of talk on the defensive end down here with Kings. Surprised they got that turnover. They seem to just be reading minds on who was going to switch and when. I guess that could be part of that fatigue factor as well, settling in.
First one rattles out here for Mora. Second one, nothing but net. A good press break there by Southwest. Gets it to Donovan in the middle, who finds a cutting Dennis on the sideline. Ball gets back to Donovan. Looks like a double team here on the wing, but she drives right by Moore, right to the rim. Unable to finish the first, but cleans up her miss with the offensive rebound. Some fancy dribbling there in the corner. The pass for Woods is going to be tipped away by Morris, stolen by Kings, and here comes Kings in transition. Boers, little skip to my Lou, gets around Litchfield, and she gets 2 more.
Skip to Malou, I love it. Laura Donovan really showing off her versatility, getting to the rim there, grabbing that rebound.
Woods' pass, a little bit of confusion there. She thought it was tipped, but it didn't look to be so. So it's going to be off of Woods, out of bounds. It's going to go Kings way. Southwest and the man. They do have Dennis here on Morris, so we'll see how Kings attacks this new matchup. Oriami gets into the key. She's going to be blocked by Hoogeveen. Out of bounds off Hoogeveen. It's going to be Kings ball 15 here on the shot clock. Oriami looking to drive against Donovan. She goes for the block. And going to be called for the foul there. Hits on the arm for the attempt. So Oriami will be at the line for 2. Welts and Techley both checking in here for Southwest. Hugavine and Litchfield checking out.
This Kings team's been pretty impressive. Missing Letitia after the ACL injury. Really, all these athletes had to step up and give a team effort. Currently sitting in 3rd.
And Oriami hits both from the line, so Kings able to convert their chances so far. So far going 10 for 11 from the line here, so they're making them count.
Just decision-making in transition there. There was absolutely no advantage. I'm sorry. And then we turn to the officials and we look for something. The decision-making in transition, you really need to decide, do I have an advantage here? And if not, let's wait for some teammates and do something in the half court.
It's going to be a foul. They're called on Dennis, denying more of the pass. That's going to be her first of the game.
Absolutely. One of the advantages of this 3-person officiating crew is that center official who has a great look at all that off-ball cutting.
So that's going to also be Southwest's 4th foul here with 7 minutes left in the 3rd. So something to watch here, getting Kings in the penalty early.
I think this is second quarter in a row, Max, we've had a 4-0 foul count. Could just be the different levels of aggressiveness by either team.
Here's Donovan at the top. The switch on Mora, looking for Tekali in the key, and it's going to be fouled there from Oriami from behind, so she'll go to the line for 2.
Wow, thread the needle on that. That was very impressive that she hit her on that cut. Gets the foul.
So we have Martin checking in here for Woods, and Alamara checking in for Soriano on the King side. We have Litchfield also going to check in for the shooter. Able to hit the first. Southwest able to hit both from the line.
Southwest showing a little bit of that 3-quarter court pressure as well.
Boers cuts right by the defense, though. Passes a bit too far in front of her, though she couldn't handle it. The long 2 by Oriami's no good. Southwest comes down with it, and here's Litchfield looking to push.
That's really tough when you come down the half court and you get one pass to a shot.
Here's Donovan looking to drive. Kicks out to Martin. The 3 this time, just short, but gets her own miss right to the rim, and 2 more. Sammy Martin.
Sammy Martin impressing me more and more as we go here.
Litchfield goes for the steal. Boers able to convert around her. Her miss, though, cleaned up by Mora right on the doorstep. 2 more, Christina Mora. Answers Martin 2 right back. Southwest handling this Kings pressure pretty well as Dennis gets an open 3 in transition. And she pulls and hits.
Just when you think Kings is going to get a little bit of a spread there, we get the answer with the 3.
Southwest just hanging in this one. Every time they need an answer, they get it right back. Oriami the step back, and she hits for 2. So we have a technical foul there on the Southwest coach, so we're going to have King shooter at the line.
Southwest coach Rob getting a little animated there. Looking for a response from the officials that he got.
Let's see if he can fire up his team. See if the team responds. Boers again. Kings able to convert from the line. Ball's going to go over to King's way. So they did lose a possession there with the tech, but we'll see if they can respond positively. See Moore and Martin already getting into it right in front of the official. Moore now challenges with a 3. It's short. Donovan comes down with the rebound. Here comes Southwest. Great pass to Welt in transition. No finish, but Martin on the doorstep for 2.
I love these bigs who are just fine taking that look from the 3-point line.
Alamar looking to drive. Good help there by Welt. Oriami's going to get tied up and called for the travel there in the key. It's going to go over to Southwest.
I think more and more you start to see that decision making as you go to the basket, or lack thereof. You absolutely have to recognize when you don't have the advantage and help has come, and give it up to a teammate.
And sometimes it's not reading your defender or the first help, but all the other defenders on the court.
Absolutely.
We've had triple teams and doubles teams here that just aren't read, and Southwest right back the other way. Martin open right under the basket, and 2 more. Filling it up here in the third. And we have Oriami get a little tied up there on the wing, so she's going to be subbed out.
What grade is Martin in?
Here's Neil at the top. Litchfield comes down with the miss. Here Southwest looking to cut back into this Kings lead. Swing around, here's Hugavine, an open 3 just short. Tiana Neal comes down with it for Kings. Boers the up fake on Donovan, gets her to run by. They get more on the block, triple teamed. Here's Alamara, just off. Good fight for the rebound, it's gonna be tipped away from Hartman. Southwest ball. Litchfield working on Moore at the top. Interesting matchup there. And here's Welch with the 3. Southwest, another 3. 2-point ball game here. 3 minutes left in the third. And the Southwest bench, as they're known for, is getting into it over here. Boers the answer, just off. Welch comes down with it for Southwest.
Okay, you got the stop now. You're looking to either tie it up here, take the lead. Important possession.
There's Southwest players here encouraging their teammates to continue moving.
Taking their time to look for the advantage. Great ball movement.
They have 4 on the shot clock here. They got to make something happen. Pressure there on Donovan's going to be tipped off of her and out of bounds. We're going to have 1.3 on the shot clock. It's going to be Southwest ball on the sideline.
Southwest takes the timeout here.
It counts down.
And yes, what would you be, what are you saying in this timeout? What kind of baseline out of bounds are you drawing up here? You got 1.3 seconds to tie it up. You try to get Donovan open look from the 3. And yes, Borg believes that we should be running some sort of baseline out of bounds to get Laura Donovan a look from the 3. Take the lead here.
Mike Barbin is also in agreement. We'll see if Southwest gets their shooters open. They've had 2 threes so far this quarter.
What are you coming out in here defensively?
From Kings, I know they're going to try and draw up a play. They have been in that zone look, and then they went to man last possession, so I'll probably give them something new, go back to the zone here.
Okay.
Try and throw them off with the inbounds. But I will be keen looking for, I don't want to get their shooters open out on the inbound. So 1.3, they probably don't have time to put it on the floor. Just don't give them an open look on the pass. You can switch everything with 1.3. Yeah, switch everything.
I wonder
the
if he's
Kings
got,
coach said it.
maybe he's got Martin coming back to some slash in here.
That's an interesting look. Kings does have both bigs on here, a new look for them.
get the good old box back screen.
Oh, looks like an alley-oop to Dennis.
Oh.
Tipped there by Stupar, though. There's the alley-oop you were looking for earlier, off the sidelines.
She just failed to get up there, didn't she?
Pass it just a little bit short.
Next time, Max, next time.
Just throw it closer to the rim.
Okay, let's see this. Contain the ball here. No, gets her off the dribble.
Neal doing a great job pushing for Kings. They find Alamara, another open look, this time from the top. Just rattles out, fight for the rebound. Here's Litchfield and Alamara. Bodies on the floor, it's going to go jump ball Southwest way. Here's Litchfield. They swing it up top. Litchfield. So Kings is it back in that zone after the timeout.
We're back into that habit of catch, dribble, dribble.
Martin, good defense there by Stupar, tied her up. It's going to be dribbled off of Martin, out of bounds. It's going to go Kings' way.
It's just so much prettier when the ball doesn't touch the floor.
Mm-hmm. And with that, we do have Wells and Woods checking right back into the game for Southwest. Here's Kings. Alamara looking to drive. They swing over. Lofsova, the long jumper. It's just short. Denny's comes down with it for Southwest. Here's Donovan in open court. Driving against Stupar. Kicks around. Here's an open look for Dennis. And it's good. Her second three of the quarter.
You see that great decision making by Donovan, who recognized she didn't have the advantage, kicked, and we get that extra pass to an open three. Beautiful.
Martin there trying to deny Moore. Going to be called for the foul from behind on the pass. So Moore will go to line for two with the bonus situation. That is Martin's second of the game. So Southwest did do a good job. I think they were in bonus with 7 minutes left here, and this is the first time we've seen it come to fruition. So they had 5.5 minutes, no fouls, kept it clean, but still a minute and a half to go. And Moore continues to convert from the line. It hits both. Shout out, we have Letitia Emihair in the building. You just saw her on the camera screen. Kings, premier player. Going to provide some support to her team from the bench today.
You ever see that picture of me dunking on her?
I have seen that.
Isn't that a beauty?
A classic. We need a little tweet out from OBA there, that photo. Recirculate that thing.
Oh, Throwdown Thursdays.
Yep.
Opportunity to tie it up here from the line.
Welts able to hit the first, unable on the second, but Moore's tip goes right to Southwest. Here's an open look for three, and Welts gets a 4-point play the old-fashioned way.
Absolutely so impressed with these Northern girls and their presence on these OSBA teams.
And with that three, Southwest now the lead with three, and Alamara gets into the key. Woods is able to tip it away. Here Southwest now looking to extend their lead going into the fourth.
Great
Good job.
ball pressure.
Alamara pressuring Dennis. The pass tipped away, but hits the floor. Hugavine, great intensity here. Gets it out to Welch from the top, gets to her left hand, unable to go. Mora fighting for the rebound. Good job by Hugavine, able to tip it away. It's going to go off of her, out of bounds. It's going to remain Kings ball.
Southwest coach Rob, wondering why there's no foul call on that. I think he thought that maybe Mora swung that defender off of her a little bit.
We have Techley checking in here for Donovan. 35 seconds remaining. And here Southwest looking to set up some pressure of their own. They inbound it to Neal. Woods to guard. Neal off the Moore screen. They swing it around looking for Moore on the block. The double comes from the high side this time. She's able to go right down low, and she'll be at the line for 2. It's going to be a foul on number 20, Haley Woods, her second. And here's Moore, 2 more chances from the line.
Christina Mora, also another athlete that's come up through the ranks, through the Team Ontario, the targeted athlete strategy. She's been very impressive over the years. Headed to Wake Forest, I believe.
Yep, next year.
It's quite impressive, the number of Ontario athletes representing south of the border.
Yep.
Playing big minutes for big programs. Something that we should definitely be proud of here.
Here Southwest swings it around. 8 on the shot clock. They get Martin a look on the block. Tried to find Donovan up top. It's going to be picked away by Oriami. It's going to be blocked there by Litchfield out of bounds. So there you have it, though. At the end of 3, we have a Southwest takes back the lead, 49-48 on Kings. 1 quarter remaining here. And out here to start the 4 for Southwest, we have Welts, Litchfield, Dennis, Donovan, Martin. For Kings, we have Moore and Neal, Watsova, Boers, and Oriami. And Neal's able to get right into the lane and finish for 2. Great answer here and great start for Kings.
We hear a little bit more talk on the defensive end here for Kings.
Litchfield gets open for 3, just off, but a good look there for Southwest. Here's Southwest with the pressure they've shown. A little man-to-man token.
Player to player, Max?
Oh, yep. Sorry. My mistake.
Got to call you on that.
Boers able to get right around her defender, right into the lane, and she finishes with the extension. They get it to Martin at the high post, finds Dennis, a good look, passes it up, though. Here's Litchfield, her look. It's off, but the fight for the rebound. Dennis able to clean it up. Welts kicks it over to Dennis in the corner. A little bit confusion here. Welts from the top, and it's good. A deep 3 over Neal.
What's she from the 3 now, Max?
That's 3 this half.
Wow.
Again, Southwest continues to fill it up from beyond the arc. They have 5 threes this half, 8:30 to remaining here in the 4th. Oriami able to get around Donovan, get into the lane. She'll be at the line for 2.
That's tough. You got that big help defender. She's there. She's down there.
Yep.
Just that recognition that she got beat off the dribble and get over there to help out. Comes over a little late. Foul. Here we go to the line.
Yep. And great job by Oriami extending into the help defender, drawing that contact, able to cause the foul and get herself a chance for 2 from the line. Unable to hit the first.
I'd love to know what percentage we're shooting from the free throw line here.
Able to hit in the second. Kings so far 16 for 18 from the line. So they have been converting their chances.
Thank you for that stat.
Southwest on the other side. 5 for 7.
This three-quarter court press just doing its work over time.
Yep. It usually seems to play a part, and usually late is when we see it most effective.
Absolutely.
Welts here checking right back in for Southwest after the turnover. Soriano at the top. Neal this time.
Oh, all that hard work Moore is doing in there, they just have to get her the ball.
Good job by Martin, and good job by Litchfield coming from the top. Going to tie her up. It's going to be a jump ball going Southwest way. Again, once Moore gets the ball down low, you saw 4 defenders that time circle her.
Get some little back and forth here. Some enthusiasm from the coaches.
The crowd's getting into it too.
Southwest coach wondering why he gets a technical and Coach C gets the warning.
And right away, Oriami again with the press starting to work, gets a steal and 2 of her own. Donovan goes over the top this time to Woods, who's going to be tied up by Neal, who's going to be called for the foul that time. Hands on the back, so it will be Southwest ball here on the sideline. Here you have Dennis at the top, guarding by Mora.
The high ball screen here.
They're going to switch, so they get Donovan on the switch, looking to drive against Mora, it looks like.
Pick and pop.
Right into the lane,
Donovan.
right to the key, and she's able to finish for 2.
Well,
Her first 2 points of the second half, so we'll see if that can get Laura Donovan going. Neal, good move on Woods, but able to cut her off. Coming back the other way, they're just going to get called for the reach and foul on Neal, so that will be Woods' 3rd foul of the game. She's going to check out here with Martin checking back in. Good job there by Hugavine, denying the inbounds, tips it away, gets a steal of her own, but right back, Neal takes it right back for Kings and finishes. They kick it over to Welts. The free throw line extended a little bit far. More able to clean up the miss. Here's Neal pushing. Soriano, an open look from the right wing. Too strong. Comes down to Southwest. Donovan gets right by Oriami. It's going to be blocked there. Moore cleans up the miss. Kings coming right back the other way. Oriami gets into the key. Great defense there by Martin, able to tie up that attempt.
Decision making in transition, Max.
Back to back. Coach Rob here telling Southwest to slow it down. Let's see if they can get a better look this time. They get Donovan at the top. 5 on the shot clock. They got to hurry up. Trying to find Welts, but it's tipped away by Oriami. Kings pushing. Neal tipped away, though, by Martin. Southwest couldn't come up with it, though, as Neal has it.
Neither team seems to be effectively using their bigs this quarter. Both girls working hard.
Here's Oriami trying to use the more screen. Falls down. And it's going to be called for the travel there.
That's tough for those big running rim to win every time.
Fighting for position.
Oh, and getting overlooked by small guards who are shooting air balls from threes. That's tough. I think if I was one of those 6-footers, I'd have something to say to these small
I want to give a
guards.
shout out to the post doing work out here. Let's give them some love, ladies. So with 5:40 here in the fourth, we have Southwest calling a timeout, down 3 now to the hometown Kings. We'll see if Coach Rob and Coach Z can both clean up, as both teams have been sloppy the last few possessions, both on the offensive and defensive end.
I believe this will leave Rob with 1 timeout here in the last 6 minutes to play.
Mm-hmm. Foul trouble doesn't seem to be a major issue here in this quarter, with Southwest only 2 so far, Kings with 1, so nothing to note there. Player fouls, we do have Woods and Martin both with 3 for Southwest, so Martin with that aggressive defense on more, that could be something to note here moving forward in the fourth. We'll see how Coach Rob manages her minutes if she does pick up some moving forward. Kings, after the timeout's going to drop back, not in their pressure anymore. Looks like Kings might have dropped into a box 1 defensive set, so a new look against Southwest.
Okay.
Donovan swings it over. Techley driving against Moore, gets hit by Alamara, almost finishes the basket, but she'll be at the line to convert for the free throw line. We have Soriano checking in here for Oriami. Techley able to hit from the line. And just trickles out the second, but fighting for the rebound tips. It's going to come down to Mora. The fight for the rebound. It's going to be passed out to Alamara. And here comes Mora now in transition, looking to drive on Martin, and she's going to hit with the left hand. Plus the foul. She'll be at the line for a 3-point play.
I just can't say enough for how much Christina Moore has put into her game over the years. Beginning with making our U14 team many years ago and working her way up through the system. Now a potential national age group athlete.
Moore unable to hit the 3-point play. That is Martin's 4th foul here, so we'll see how Coach Rob manages that. She's been a huge presence both offensively and defensively for Southwest. The pass there was tipped away by Soriano. It comes out to Kings. See if Kings tries to extend their 4-point lead here. 5 minutes left in the fourth. They get Mora going. Alamara this time tied up. Soriano, the floater. Rattles out, but the fight for the rebound is going to be tipped off of Litchfield out of bounds. It's going to remain with Kings. So we have Martin and Techley both checking out. Woods and Welts back into the game.
This is going to be tough. Martin has done a great job making Christina Moore work for everything.
Oh, Bors, you don't want to leave her open, and she converts for 3. Great baseline out of bounds from Kings. Here's Welts open for 3. The answer just off, but Southwest able to get back the rebound.
Coach Z yelling instructions, keep it simple, get the ball.
They find Litchfield cutting, an up fake on Mora, gets around her, unable to convert the left though. Kings gets the rebound.
We got the small guards with the versatility in the paint.
The up fake on the big post. Don't jump, ladies. Stay on your feet. Here's Soriano the three. It's no good, but Mora gets the rebound. Here's Alamara, her turn for three, and she hits from the corner.
Southwest coach asking how long in the key.
Martin checks right back in at the table. Let's see if Southwest can stop this Kings run. The lead has been pushed to 10, and it's going to be a defensive foul called there on Neal as Woods was driving. So it's going to be 3:20 here, Southwest on the sideline. And Martin here checks right back in for Woods, so we'll see if she can help Southwest chip away here at this 10-point deficit. Litchfield, great pass to Martin, and instant points off the bench. Two more for Sammy Martin.
Southwest dropping back into the half court.
Boers, great up fake, gets by the defender, unable to convert at the rim though. Fight for the rebound though, off of Southwest's hands, out of bounds. It's going to remain with Kings. A few times now, Southwest just hasn't been able to handle the ball on the defensive glass. Unlucky, can't give Kings these second chances here, down 8 with 3 minutes left.
What do you think, Max? Are you still okay with dropping back into this half-court defense here with an 8-point deficit with 3 to go?
If you're Southwest, you can. You have the shooters to cut in pretty quickly. We've seen them go on runs in a hurry, but if you're dropping back to the half court, you can't leave the shooters open like that. That's a missed opportunity for Kings. Welts gets by more. She's going to be fouled. She'll be at the line for 2, so Southwest getting some looks here.
Puts them one away from penalty here as well. Puts them into a good position coming into the last few minutes.
Yeah, if I was Southwest, I would take the pressure off for a little bit. It hasn't been working. They've been getting layups out of it.
Yep.
Take it off, get your defense, and make sure your half-court defense is crisp. No easy looks. We're not going to get Mora on the block. Open chances. Boers for 3. No, thank you.
Finish with some boxing out.
Oh, we would love that.
The good old school box out.
That's what we need. And when you box out, then let's get our hands on the ball and hold it.
Okay. Keep it simple here tonight.
Well, it's 2 points from the line, so now it's a 6-point Kings lead. It's a close one. Down to the wire here, ladies and gentlemen. Great play there, getting Neal an open look. Welts, though, good defensive play. Kicks ahead to Hugavine, driving on Oriami. She's tied up. Here's Donovan, an open look from the top, just short. The rebound comes down to Boers.
That is exactly the look that Southwest would want.
And great pass there by Hugavine, finding the open Donovan in transition. Mora coming off the cross screen. Here's Martin a little bit late that time, got tied up. Mora's left, though, too strong. Great tip, though, by Martin. Right out to Hugavine.
Another chance for Southwest.
Dennis, her time for 3. It's a little bit off. Oriami comes down with that rebound.
That's tough. That's tough. You're living and dying on this 3, Max.
Yeah, got to get something going to the rim.
Yeah.
That seemed like a quick trigger, that one, in
Absolutely.
transition.
Get into the paint and get the officials making some decisions on that contact.
Oh, almost picked off there by Welts. Good defense. Oriami to the basket, stripped by Welts. Here comes Hugavine. You have numbers.
Getting the defensive stops. Just can't convert on the offensive end here.
Donovan looks to be pressured there by Alamara, but Alamara is going to be called for the foul on the arm. Donovan's going to go to the line for 2. We have Litchfield here checking in for Hugavine.
Kings coach questioning the official here on whether there was a double dribble missed there. It was tough. I thought the ball got knocked out of her hand.
Yeah, I thought so too. I didn't have a great look at it, but there
It's
was
tough
officials
to see
in the
from
right
here.
position.
Yeah, correct.
Got to trust their judgment on that one.
Yeah. Oftentimes it gets knocked loose, and people don't recognize now that team control's lost there.
Great point. Donovan able to hit the first. And the second's a 4-point lead here, so Southwest chipping right back into this thing. See where Kings goes, a minute and a half. Their offense has been stalling the last few possessions. Oriami looking to drive from the top. Great defense by Welts. Here's Neal driving on Donovan. Trying to reach back around, though. She's going to get the basket to go, plus the foul on Donovan. She'll be at the line for a three-point play.
That's tough on the closeout on that baseline there. Again, getting beat off the dribble. Kind of compounding it with the and one.
And Neal's able to convert. Kings deadly from the line today. Pushing the lead back up to 7 here, minute 12 remaining. Coach Z for Kings calling out no threes. They know Southwest can hit them. Donovan off the screen from Martin. They get Martin at the top. Her three, just too strong. Neal's able to clean up the miss. They push in transition. A risky pass there, but Boers is able to handle it. A good look. Alamara just short. Oriami, though, big offensive rebound. No good. Mora's offensive rebound, and it's good.
Third's a charm. Third's a charm.
Huge second, third, fourth opportunities here for Kings. Can't give them too many. Eventually they'll hit.
Box out, box out, box out.
One of the early keys to the game mentioned. Okay, so we have 44 seconds here. 9-point lead, 70-61 for Kings over Southwest. If you're Coach Rob, what are you drawing up, Blue?
Oh, my goodness. He's got to start firing from the three, not that they haven't been. I think they just continue to do that. They did have some guard-to-guard screen action earlier with the pick and pop with Donovan. Maybe they'll go back to that. Send in some people to the glass, trying to get those offensive boards.
Yeah.
It's tough, though. 44 seconds, 9-point lead. We might start here sing soon.
Yeah. They got to score. They got to score in a hurry. And they are in the penalty, but Kings has been so effective from the line. They don't really want to get them those opportunities. So that on the defensive end, they're going to have to go for some steals, get their hands on the passes.
Yeah, there's no holding back. Take the risks.
Let's go for it. So coming out for Southwest, we have Donovan, Welts, Litchfield, Dennis, and Martin. For Kings, we have Mora, Boers, Oriami, Neal, and Alamara. Donovan inbound. Litchfield. Oh, well, miscommunication. Oh. Donovan gets right into the key. Looks like she's fouled, but doesn't convert. She'll be at the line too, though. Great play there out of bounds. Gets right into the basket.
Looks like they were looking to go back to her on step in there for the three, but a little miscommunication, as you said.
Looked like she was a little bit further than anticipated, so.
Puts it on the floor, gets to the rim, and stops the clock with a foul call.
Definitely what Southwest wants. Off on the first, though. Trickles out on the second. Unlucky bounces there for Donovan. Mora, though, tied up on the rebound. It's going to be jump ball going Kings' way. Good job of the Southwest post there to tie Mora up on the rebound attempt, but jump ball arrow is going to be going to Kings. So Kings, you're up 9 still. 37 seconds here. You have the ball.
Don't turn it over.
Is there a specific person you're trying to get it to, or
your best foul shooter? If they're going to foul here and try and stay in this, you want the ball in the hands of the best foul shooter.
So we're looking for Boers, most likely. They all have been so effective from the line, though. It's almost
right. 16 for 18, you said.
Yeah, there's anyone's good when you're shooting that high.
Okay, then. We're looking for some good, clean action to get an inbound.
And if you're Southwest, you want to get your hands on some passes.
Yeah, take some risks.
You want to get the steal. You don't want to foul right away, but eventually you can't take too much time off the clock. If you don't get the initial steal, you might have to look to foul, extend the game.
Yeah.
Cut into it with some of those threes they love so much.
Southwest with no timeouts.
And Kings with 1 remaining after this one. So here's Neal to inbound. We have the same lineup: Alamara, Moore, Oriami, and Boers out for Kings. Southwest looking to switch all screens.
It's so interesting, on these sideline out of bounds. Christina Moore is probably one of the best screeners in the league, yet her teammate doesn't just wait to use it.
So that first one there, we had a reaching over the line by Dennis, so it was a redo. And then on the second one, great defense by Southwest, causing the 5-second violation. So that's exactly what you ordered if you're Southwest. No time off the clock, get the ball right back.
No timeouts left here.
Some miscommunication, though, in the backcourt as Welch's pass out of Donovan's reach. It's going to be out of bounds, ball right back to Kings. See if they can do it again. They get this one inbound. Southwest looking to foul. They do foul Neal. She'll be at the line for 2. It's going to be Donovan with the foul. Neal's able to hit the first. And the second, deadly. Donovan bringing it right up, but it's going to step on the sideline. Great defense by Neal, so the ball's going to go back to Kings. 29 seconds here, up 11. Neal pressured here. They bring a double. Tied up right over half. They're going to get Denise, though, called for the foul on Neal. So Neal will head right back to the line for 2 more chances.
I think both teams have done a great job today doubling. Just late, they'll reach in, and really the official has no decision there. As soon as you reach in, that's an easy foul call.
Yeah, bumped her right over.
Yeah, just stay disciplined. You got the double there. Stay vertical. Trust that somebody's going to pick that off
right
out of the
in the
pass.
death zone, right over. Couldn't pass anywhere back.
Yeah, the do not pick up the ball area here.
Exactly where they wanted it.
Yeah, here we go again.
Donovan's trapped right on her side of half. She's going to pass it off of Oriami out of bounds, so it's going to go, remain with Southwest, 14. And we're going to have, so I believe that they called it out of bounds on Southwest. And then a technical foul is going to go to the Southwest coach, arguing that call as he believed it was a foul. So we're going to have Borders go to the line to shoot the technical free throw.
So that's his second technical. So ejection. We'll wait to see here if the officials ask him to leave the gym.
So he has left the bench and the gym. And then back the other way, we have Neal stepping on the sideline, so it's going to go back to Southwest here, 9 seconds remaining.
There have been a lot of whistles in this last minute of play.
A little sloppiness on both sides.
Little loss of focus here.
Welch able to hit the deep 3.
Clock continues to run. I think we might be safe to say it's all over but the
So
crying.
here we go. So we have 4 seconds remaining. They're just going to inbound and hold it out. So there we have it, folks. We do have Kings Christian able to pull this one out. A gritty matchup against Southwest. Kings takes it 75-64 over the visiting Southwest Academy. Leading scorers on the game for Kings are Christina Moore with 19, Tiana Neal 17, Lauren Bors with 16. Leading scorers for Southwest, we have Sammy Martin and Laura Donovan with 17 and Emma Welts with 19. And that's all you have. We're glad you tuned in.
Thanks, Max.
Great job, Lou. We hope to have you back soon.
Can't wait.
Tune in next time as we have a great matchup on tap.